The Manfrotto ONE with a 500X fluid head delivers pro-level hybrid performance that crushes traditional rigs. Its lightweight, rock-solid build is all you need for your next shoot. Hi, Steve here, and I'm going to be showing you the features of the Manfrotto ONE with the 500X fluid head in this video. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, this is the Manfrotto ONE Tripod. I've got the carbon fiber model here, and I've got the 500X fluid head on top here. And I'm going to take this tripod from the head down and go over each little feature it has here. So let's get into it here. I'm going to start with the top plate. The top plate, which is a, let me loosen that up here. The top plate is the 501 plate with Manfrotto's brand. We want to go ahead and release it. This lever right here, this gray lever releases it. You have to push a button, this button, gray button right here. Push it in, pull the lever back, and when it does that, I don't know if you can see it from there, but there is a brass pin that locks this lever open. And here's the plate itself. Now you can only put this plate on one way, and that's with the lens facing forward. However, the plate does have a stamp in here that says lens with an arrow, so you know which way to go in here. If you try to put it in here backwards, it's not going to fit. Once you get your lens or your camera mounted onto the plate itself, just put the plate in here, push it down, and it locks into place. And it's not going anywhere. Now for a little extra security, if you want, because you can push this button to release it, if you push this lever forward a little bit, the button will push, but nothing will come out. It's totally locked into place, giving you a little additional safety. Now, this head also can go from landscape to portrait in just a quick push of a button. And there's a button right here, it says 90 degrees. You push that in, and as you can see, it goes 90 degrees, and it's locked into place. It's not going to go anywhere. Now, when you get through shooting portrait mode or whatever, press this button again, push it back down, and you'll hear a click. Locks it sturdily into place. It's not going anywhere at all. Now, the head itself has got very fluid left and right for panning, and it's also got great forward and reverse for your tilt shots here. Now, to lock it into place from going panning, you can turn this knob right here. That locks it into place. Well, actually, here we go. Locks it into place here. Up and down, if you want to lock that into place. Let me go ahead and do this here. There's a knob here. And when you tighten that knob down, yeah, it's locked into place. It won't go up or down. Now, also, this head has got a counterbalance on it. So if you have a heavy lens on here, say a 7200. I'd show you this myself, but I'm using my Canon R5 right here to film this, so I can't put the lens on here and just demonstrate the whole deal here. But if you do have a heavy lens or a heavy camera, and what it'll do is you can take, it's in off mode right now, turn it off, the counterbalance, if the lens is on here, it'll just sag. If it's this way, the hand, or with the body, it'll just sag as well. So to prevent that, you put this counterbalance into the on mode, and you should hear a click. You heard that click, I hope, and that will keep it pretty much centered. It doesn't keep it perfectly centered, but it works to counterbalance any forward or rear movement at all. That also comes in quite handy. Now, to keep the head itself from turning left to right, you can go ahead and lock this little knob down here, and that locks it into place. Loosening it, you can have your movement again. Also, which you can't see right here, but on top of this little knob here is a bubble level. Helps you maintain your level positioning of your head as well. Moving right along here, if you're going to go down, we're going to talk about the XTEND plate system here. Now, this is great with the Manfrotto head here. You simply just turn this knob, your head comes right off. Put it back on, locks into place. Now, here's a little trick that I didn't see on any of the other YouTube channels, but I've seen people, they say, yeah, well, it does that, and you just slip it back on, but I've found that it does not do this automatically. You have to take this knob and make sure it's locked all the way in the on position or open position, and then it locks into place. Again, if you take it off and don't lock it down, you're not going to be able to swap that out. You have to turn it till it locks open, then you're able to do it. Now, here's another feature also, is there's a little gray lever right here. Now you can just track that and it can fall right off, but you don't want that to happen. So you can pull this lever back and this will turn, and this will be wobbly, the head will be wobbly, but it won't come off at all. So that locks it into place. To unlock it, just push the lever forward, turn, there you go. Now you're wondering, what if I've got heads that don't have that particular plate on, or adapter on it, that is. In this particular head, the 500X came with the adapter itself, so you don't have to buy one from here. But you can get these adapters here. They're by Manfrotto. They're under $30 last time I checked, at least according as this video anyway. And they're just adapters that will fit on most of your common tripod heads as well. And this will allow you to use your tripod head with this adapter with no problem. Basically set up the same thing. It's locked open, push in, there you go. Now, show you what I'm talking about specifically. Take this head off. I happen to have a slider right here. I've already got another adapter that's already on the slider right here. And watch how quick that is. Locked into place. No problem at all. You can use your slider after I balance it and get it level and everything. Good to go. Now, want to go back to my fluid head. Take the slider off. Ready to go. Now, how fast can you do that with your regular tripod system? Not very easily. You have to actually switch out heads, unscrew things, yada yada. This makes life a lot simpler as far as your head swap outs and your equipment changes. Okay, now let's go ahead and look at the ball here, or the bowl that is leveling bowl. You unloosen it. There is a knob right here that you loosen, and as you can see, it moves a little bit. Now, to get this to level, it's another leveling feature, which before I get to that, I forgot to mention before we get down that far, there is a ring here that has a leveler ball in it, and this leveling ball, or bubble that is, helps again level your tripod should you be in terrain that's not even or level at that point. But to get this, the whole leveling ball system, you unlock the lever and you have a 15-degree rotation, 360-degree rotation of where you want to level that. So it'll also aid in your leveling of your tripod and your equipment. Okay, undoubtedly you have heard that the center post on these tripods will extend into a 90-degree angle. To do this, there are two buttons on the bottom of the center column here. One on the side, a little rectangular button, and one little round one on the bottom. You press them both, push the tripod up, and you basically will lock it into place at that point. And you can see that you've got a tripod that will go well above my height. I'm 5'7", and this is out of the camera range. So you do have some height to this tripod as well. Now, to get it into the 90-degree angle turn, just go ahead and unloosen it up on the side knob, press the bottom, very bottom button, turn, and extend. And there you go. You have got a tripod. They can go 90-degree angles, great for macro shots or product shots like that. But you're probably saying, well, look, your camera's pointing this way. How can that, not a problem. You just turn it around, level it in, lock it down, and lock that into place. You're sturdy and you're good to go. You're good to go. You get all the shots you need. Now, to put this thing back into place, just unlock, pull the post up, down, lower it into place, and you're good to go again. There you go. You're good to go. Okay, now also you've heard that the center column of this whole tripod goes down to near ground level, but you need to remove the center post. And how do you do that? Well, again, underneath in the column itself, you'll find a little latch. You just got to open the latch. When you find that latch, you just simply pull the center column out. Now, I've seen videos where people say, hey, just simply throw it on the ground, you're good to go. Personally, I wouldn't do that myself because I know I would be apt to leave that there and not realize it until I got home and knew I was missing a piece and go back and it probably wouldn't be there anyway. So that's how you can do that. You can stick it in your pocket. You can throw it on the ground. That's up to you. Now, let's go ahead and show you how low this tripod will actually get to the ground. Okay, now to do that, these legs, there's levers on the side here. Pull them out. Push the lever down, pull it out. I'm trying to do this one hand and try to keep myself in camera. And okay, as you can see, this is very low to the ground. This is great for macro shots, maybe low if you want to catch people running, low profile shots for people, scenics. I wouldn't try to do it in a cityscape because you probably have people tripping all over you. But it's very low to the ground, very sturdy. You can put your full weight on that and or full weight of your equipment, not yourself obviously, and shouldn't have an issue with that at all. So how do I get this thing back up? I'll show you. To get the tripod back up, you just grab the tripod by the head or the equipment. You hear those clicks? Spread your legs out the way you need them. There you are. You're good to go again. You're ready for the next job. Now, a couple other things I want to show you about this tripod before we go onto the legs, how easy they are to put back on. But also, before I forget, before you on off and leave your center post, make sure you put your center post back in because I just forgot to do it and I'm here at the house.
Steve, here's your reminder. Check oven.
Alexa, stop. Get back to doing the legs. Okay, there are a couple other things I want to show you about this tripod here. Now on one side you have a 3/8" screw, which is great for attaching it like a magic arm. Manfrotto makes a magic arm that fits onto this. It's great for, you can use it for an external mic, like a shotgun mic or something like that, or if you want to use a little additional lighting or anything that you can think of that you can put on that the magic arm. This comes great for that. You can put also in, if you wanted to, you could mount a small viewer, another little camera viewer, so you could look at what you're doing here without having to go through the screen on your camera as well. Now, on this side is a small hook. And a small hook on here. You can hang your small bag or something on there. It's also, you could use this actually as a counterweight as well. When you have the arm out 90 degrees, you can put some sort of weight on your sandbag or some sort of weight to counterbalance to make sure the leg or the arm doesn't become top heavy and top lower. Of course, when you're using the 90-degree section, I definitely recommend putting it out in line with one of the legs here. That would give you some forward stability as well. It's a little less dangerous and a little bit more stable for the camera and for your peace of mind as well. Okay, let's go ahead and look into the last two features of this tripod. The legs themselves, this is carbon fiber. You can get them in aluminum as well. They both have the same shape. They're kind of rectangular with a rounded on one side, a little bit bowed, a lot rounded on both sides. They're not traditional tubular type of construction for the legs. This also gives your camera and your equipment more stability in rough terrain or uneven territory there. Now, the legs are known for their quick release. You do one lever and you got all three sections. They do have three sections of these legs, and that's basically by pulling these levers right here. I've seen people, or I've heard people say that they can't really get them, they're hard to grip and everything. But I've found, seriously, I found if you grab the leg and you put your thumb right here, little Manfrotto emblem, and you flip the little side right here, there's a little side finger lever, or whatever you want to call it. Pull it up, you're good to go. Close it back with one hand. I do recommend moving your hand out of the way because that is a good way to hurt. And I, did that once before when I first got to the system and realized all too well that's not a good idea. So what I would recommend is holding another portion of the tripod like this. Hold it down here on another leg. Press that up. That way you're not pinching your fingers. And that is how compact it is. Now, while I've got it in this compact position, let me go ahead and discuss one last thing here. And that is on the bottom of these legs here, there are rubber bases here. You just pop the rubber base off. They're a little tough and you just drop them like that and make sure you don't lose them. But you'll find you've got spikes down here. And these rubber feet will come off. They're not easy to take off. You have a little bit of effort, but that's for a reason so you don't lose them. But underneath those rubber feet are spikes. And these spikes are great for if you're in a grassy area or sandy area or someplace that's slippery and you're worried about the feet themselves not being secure and might slide a little bit. These little spikes right here can dig in and give your tripod a lot more security and stability. Okay, now to put the thing back on, if I can find it. Okay, to put it back on, basically, reverse the process. If I can do this with one hand, and you just basically slide it back onto place, push it into place. It takes a little effort, but they're, like I said, they're not designed to be easily removed. They're designed to be taken off with a little bit of effort, and that's so you don't lose these things. The next thing you know, you're putting spikes in wooden floors or scratching up tile or something like that. Again, to release his legs, simple. One lever does it all. I'm releasing all three sections. There you go. You're ready to rock and roll. Okay, well that's been my review of this tripod here. Be honest with you, it's not an inexpensive tripod. However, if you think about if you're a hybrid and you run video and stills, the cost of all of the extra equipment to do one video and one still, you pretty much covered the cost of this tripod as well. Plus, with the XTEND system, you can use all of your available heads on this tripod with the adapter. It makes it a great investment. I think I'll have this tripod for quite a while. And speaking of that, I want you to know that I am using a tripod that's holding my camera right now, my R5 camera recording this. It is a 35-year-old Bogen tripod. If you're not familiar with Bogen, actually Bogen and Manfrotto were pretty much the same company. Manfrotto was the Italian or European version. Bogen was their American line. But they finally merged and just now calling it Manfrotto, so you don't see Bogen out there except for in the used market. But that tripod is, like I said, 35 years old. It's never failed me. Why did I get another one? Because I wanted to. I figured after 35 years, I deserved to get a new one. But just to let you know that the company puts out fantastic equipment from their old Bogen lines all the way up to when they merged and just called it Manfrotto. I think I'll probably have this for another 35 years. Well, let's go ahead and summarize this whole thing up and get out there and shoot some photographs. The Manfrotto ONE Tripod with the 500X fluid head form a hybrid system designed for content creators that are handling both stills and video. The tripod offers versatile height adjustments and a robust load support, while the head provides smooth fluid movements and quick orientation switches. Now, if you think this information has been useful, please subscribe to the channel and click the like button and the bell to be notified of newly uploaded content. Until next time, this is Steve, and go out there and document your world in photography. Packaging looks pretty good. Not a dent on it or anything. It looks pretty sturdy. And here we are. Tripod. And we have the 500X right here. .501 plate. I think we got some tools in here or something. Okay, that's a, you can't see it there. These are adapters. We'll put those back in there, hold on to them. And another thing here. These are little cushions and some other little tools here. Go ahead and hold on to that. Taking out the, hey, here we got another box in here. That empties this box out. The handle for the 501 or the 500 plate, and also comes with, if I can get it out of here, standard carrying case. It's a nice carrying case for the tripod itself. Basically, it's here all in one piece, not a scratch. Looks good. Let's get to work.